Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We have lucked out so far with a severe threat tonight, but that may not be the case when we've got a big batch of rain coming tomorrow. We'll look at who gets hit the worst.
Also, what those in charge of the pumps are doing to make sure we don't see flooding scenes like this again this weekend.
An emotional goodbye to an NHL goalie from his beloved coach.
I love you. I always will love you. You are my son, and you're a great friend to everybody here.
Matiz Kivlinzik, laid to rest after a Metro Detroit fireworks accident claims his life.
All coming up, but we're going to begin with breaking news happening on Brettonwood Street, just south of 11 Mile and I-75 in Madison Heights. That's where a dog owner and a firefighter have been injured in a dog attack.
Yeah, let's get right to Mara McDonald. She's live there tonight. So, Mara, multiple people injured by this just one dog?
Kimberly, that's right. The pit bull injured two people, the dog's owner and a Madison Heights firefighter. So police are telling us that the dog's owner was attacked. They get a call to 911 that the owner needs help. So police and fire get out here. Firefighter EMTs are assisting the owner in trying to bind up his injuries. When one of the firefighters goes into the house to try and assist, Madison Heights Chief Corey Haynes picks up what that firefighter found when he went inside. Take a listen.
They found the mom in one of the back rooms holding the dog down to the ground. The firefighter attempted to help her in keeping the dog on the ground, and the dog turned and attacked our firefighter very badly.
Back here live, the chief telling us that that firefighter has substantial injuries to his arms and is currently in the hospital being treated right now. Animal control got out here, took control of the pit bull with control sticks, and they now have that animal in the shelter. We are live in Madison Heights right now. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
We'll continue to follow that. Now let's move to Storm Tracker 4 and the threat of storms tonight. And that's not the only thing Ben is watching.
Yeah, it's rain and a lot of it headed our way in the next 48 hours. Right, Ben?
Yeah, Kim and Devin, tomorrow really that rainfall amounts, that's going to be the big story tonight. It's been kind of a hit and miss whether or not we're going to get thunderstorms. And so far, Storm Tracker 4 has shown we've seen a lot of clearing. There have been a couple downpours, one across Wayne County, another one out there towards the Erie shoreline. But other than that, we're watching a line north of Saginaw right now that's a little bit closer to the cold front. Still no lightning strikes on this, and it looks like it's actually weakening as it moves to the south. So whatever we see is probably going to be done by about 10 o'clock tonight. Nevertheless, we're still under a marginal risk for severe weather until that cold front gets closer to the state line late tonight. So temperatures sliding into the 70s, humidity still with us, and again that thunderstorm possible, but probably before 10 o'clock. 70s, humidity still with us, and again that thunderstorm possible, but probably before 10 o'clock. After that, we get a little bit of a break. Then we start talking about a lot of rain tomorrow. We'll look at that in your 4-zone forecast and some changes to the weekend outlook. All that coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben, with a whole lot of rain in the forecast, there are a lot of frayed nerves over the potential for flooded basements again, especially with what happened a couple weeks ago.
Rightfully so. Yep. On the east side, there's a big focus on the pumping facilities to make sure they get up and running before it's too late. Let's get to Grant Herms. He's live tonight. And Grant, you spoke to officials with the Great Lakes Water Authority this afternoon. What they have to say?
Well, they said that they're doing everything they can, just as long as the power holds out. Now, those pumping stations are the Connor station here behind me. It also continues a little bit down Connor, and the Frood station, which both had major failures and issues during our last rainfall. Speaking today in front of Detroit's Frood pumping station, the Great Lakes Water Authority Chief Operating Officer explaining what's being done ahead of yet another round of torrential rain.
These guys are the ones that are out here all weekend during the rain events while everybody else is sleeping. They are the ones that
hired generator mechanics to be on call through Saturday along with electricians. But each pumping house will only have its standard 2 staff members inside ready to go as long as the power stays on.
We don't anticipate any issues, and we will be able to bring those pumps online. And similarly at Frood, as I indicated, the power has been restored. And as far as we know, we can bring all the pumps online.
Between these two facilities, there are 16 pumps that can move hundreds of millions of gallons of water at a time. GLWA says it can only run up to 12 pumps at once, but during the last major rain, only 8 were running. The Water Authority COO standing by their work, the last time.
We have standard operating procedures that are resilient. We would do the same thing.
Now, one other thing here is that because those pumps are so big, it takes about 5 to 6 minutes just to get them up and running after it's been decided that they need to turn those pumps on. That means inches of water coming into people's homes, feet of water into neighborhoods. When I asked if there was anything being done this time around to stop any delays to deciding to turn those pumps on, they said it just depends on the problems that they're facing. Back to you.
So, Grant, what does the Water Authority have to tell people who are worried about more flooding, or what do they want people to know?
Well, Kimberly, they say that they are doing everything that they can this time around, but they want homeowners, renters, landlords to be vigilant ahead of this rainfall. We know that it's coming this time, they said. They also said that they're trying to get to the bottom of their issues from 3 weeks ago with this new committee that they put together for that internal investigation. They expect those results to be out sometime September or early October. Back to you.
A lot of people on pins and needles. Okay, Grant, thank you. Meanwhile, help is coming for the countless families still recovering from last month's devastating flooding.
President Biden granted Governor Whitmer's request for a major disaster declaration. So federal money will be available to folks recovering in Wayne and Washtenaw counties. This declaration could include grants for temporary housing, loans, and of course home repairs. For more information on how to apply for that assistance, head to clickondetroit.com.
The Republican-led Michigan Senate approves a repeal of the state law that Governor Whitmer used to order emergency lockdowns at the beginning of the pandemic. Today's vote comes 2 days after the Board of State Canvassers certified Unlock Michigan petition drive to repeal the 1945 law because it resulted from a petition drive. Whitmer wouldn't be allowed to veto the repeal if the House also approves it, as it is expected to do.
Now to new information we're learning tonight after a father of 4 was killed by a hit-and-run driver while crossing the street overnight on Detroit's east side.
This all happened around 3:30 this morning on Frankfort Street near the corner of Somerset. Our Victor Williams spoke to family friends who have a message for the driver.
It is absolutely heartbreaking to know that this is where that father of 4 unfortunately passed away after being hit by a car. We're told the driver just kept on going.
He was a very nice man. He had a kind heart. If you needed some help, he was there to help you.
The victim, who has now been identified as 37-year-old Jerry Smith, was believed to have been leaving a family friend's house around 3 a.m. Wednesday morning.
He was leaving here, and next thing you know, we just got a phone call.
We're told shortly after he stepped into the road, that's when the father of 4 was hit by an unknown driver in a vehicle police currently have no description of.
For someone to do this and, just keep going, it's really horrible.
Right now, the entire matter remains under investigation. Police are trying their best to solve the crime. But in the meantime, it's like a never-ending nightmare for the family and friends who now have to live with his absence.
Very good person. I appreciate him being good to my mom, Sky. Good father. We all loved him. We all took him in like he was our own.
And they're pleading for whoever's responsible to turn themselves in.
I know mistakes happen, and it's just the right thing to turn yourself in.
Whoever did this, I hope you do have it in your heart to come forward. Just think if it was one of your people's.
Now, all of this, once again, remains under investigation. But if you do know anything that might have happened, police, they definitely want to hear from you. You can also leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK UP. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Sure hope someone does. All right, Victor. A memorial service today just outside Columbus honoring the life of NHL goalie Matiss Kivlenieks. Kivlenieks was killed in a fireworks accident on the 4th of July at the home of former Red Wings goalie Manny Legace. And for the first time publicly, Legace spoke about what happened that night and the heartbreak it's caused. Sean Lay following this. Sean, he referred to Kivlenieks as a son.
And Manny Legace was so emotional. We'll show you during this memorial because Kivlenieks lived in Novi with Manny Legace for a long time as he was coming up through the ranks with the Blue Jackets. He did consider him a son. And then the current Blue Jacket goalie, he spoke right after Legace, offering insights into this fireworks accident that we had never heard before.
I love you. I always will love you. You are my son. You're a great friend to everybody here.
That's former Red Wing and current Blue Jackets goalie coach Manny Legace with an extremely emotional task of honoring the young life of Blue Jackets goalie Matiss Kivlenieks after a freak fireworks accident July 4th in the backyard of Legacy's Novi home. A firework mortar tipped over and went off, striking the 24-year-old in his chest. At today's memorial in Columbus, we learned more about what happened that night. Current Blue Jackets goalie Elvis Merzlikins says he was standing right there with his pregnant wife, with that mortar coming right at them.
He saved my son, he saved my wife, and he saved me.
Calling it his last goalie save, Elvis says he believes Matiss Kivlenieks blocked that mortar to keep it from hitting anyone else.
He died as hero, and that's not me saying. That was the doctor saying. I just want to let you know that he was a hero. He saved a lot of lives, and I'm pretty sure he did that with a smile.
The autopsy report on this young man, Kivlenieks, 24 years old, essentially said he suffered from a blast injury to his chest. Police tell me he was about 10 feet away from that mortar. In the meantime, police from the start calling this a tragic accident. Still, they had to investigate, and they're turning everything over to the Oakland County prosecutor. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Keep following that part too. All right, Sean. Well, he spent the past 53 days now sitting in a jail cell half a world away in Myanmar.
What has Danny Fenster's family especially worried after he made his second appearance in court today.
Some of the most popular brands of spray-on sunscreen are being recalled tonight because of a potentially dangerous health risk. We'll tell you about that coming up. Let's check in with Hank.
A major mistake by the Michigan Unemployment Insurance Agency. Could it cost you big money? Tonight, the governor is speaking out. I'll have that story coming up.